Welcome to historic Thunderbolt Lanes in Allen Park, the setting for this year's exciting Bowling Showcase Adult Challenge. I'm your host, Mark Martin, and I want to thank you for joining us as we kick off first round action. We want to welcome all of you at home and our bowlers here back to the lanes after the craziness of the last 2 years. We're glad you've decided to spend your mornings with us and Bowling Showcase. Now on to the bowling. Over the course of the challenge, you'll be watching 8 hand-picked adult teams representing various bowling centers and groups go head-to-head in Baker single-game elimination matches. In the Baker format, each team consists of 5 players, with each player bowling 1 frame. At the end of the 5th frame, the teams are going to swap lanes and continue on to the end of the match. We start this year's competition with 8 teams: 5-star lanes, Cherry Hill Lanes North, Oak Lanes, the Fantastics, Mary Bowl Lanes, Perfect Game, Woodland Lanes, and Thunderbolt Lanes. At the end of each match, our winning team will move on to the next round of the competition and await the winners from the other first round matches. So we start with 8 teams, then 4, then the 2 final teams will battle it out in the championship match. So let's take a look at today's first round match. Our first battle of the competition features 5-star lanes, facing off against Cherry Hill Lanes North. 5-star lanes, as a 2-time runner-up, is determined to make a name for themselves this season and finally make it all the way to hoisting the championship trophy. And Cherry Hill Lanes North, after taking a few seasons off, are back with a new lineup of bowlers and a new determination to prove that they're the best. It's the first battle of the season, and it's bound to be a good one. There you have it. This year we're honored to have Thunderbolt General Manager Vicki Ingham and Phil Goodman joining me to help bring you all the action. Now I'm going to move down lane side, get a little bit better view. We'll be right back with the start of today's challenge match after these messages on Bowling Showcase.
I'm Gene Zamler of 1-800-LAWYERS. If you've been injured in an automobile accident, call 1-800-LAWYERS. We have been handling cases for over 50 years and have recovered billions of dollars for our clients. Call 1-800-LAWYERS.
The Michigan State USBC provides tournament competition and recognition for men, women, and youth bowlers in Michigan. Tournaments include Open, Women's, and Youth Championships. Also, Junior Masters, Queens, Masters, and Senior Masters. Recognition includes first-time 300 games and 800 series for all members and 607 club memberships for women. Visit MichiganStateUSBC.com for entry blanks and more information on the Michigan State USBC. Welcome to the 2022 edition of Bowling Showcase Challenge. With me today is my color analyst and friend, Vicki Ingham, General Manager here at Thunderbolt. Vicki,
thanks,
welcome.
Mark. It's good to be here.
Well, we're going to have a great time today. We've got some great match lined up. 5-star and Cherry Hill Lanes North. Both teams have been here before. A couple little changes, so it should be exciting.
They've got a great lineup, so it's going to be a good game.
That's right. All right, first up for the 5-star team, a new member of the team, Dave Rayum.
You know, Dave has about 14 300s and 5 800s to his credit. So we're going to expect something pretty great out of him to get them started.
Absolutely. So he tells us his nickname is Red. I wonder why that is. Oh, way to start off the game and the season for us here on Bowling Showcase Challenge.
Yeah, that's terrific.
Absolutely. Jim Turk leading off for the Cherry Hill Lanes North team here on lane 11 here at Thunderbolt.
Jim's been bowling for about 20 years, so not his whole life, but he's already got 47 300s, Mark.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Nice ball.
Nice strike.
Great.
The 4 and a 5 kind of laid down at the last minute.
Little fluff there, a little fluff.
Don't tell that to Jim, though. All right, Marissa Lepansky up for the 5-Star Lanes team. She's been here before. Been bowling for a long time.
She's been bowling since she was 2 years old. It was the first time she ever went out bowling, so that's terrific.
Absolutely. Go comes high, leaves the 4-7-10.
She had really good approach getting to the line. She extends really nicely. She has a very nice ball. Might have got a little slow in the middle of the lane.
You know, it's really good to be back after almost 2 years now since we last had a challenge.
Beautiful spare.
Yep, cover 2. 5-Star 28 through 2. Cherry Hill Lanes North working on a strike. Lori Collier now up for...
Lori Collier is an administrative assistant at her job, but loves to bowl, and I think she's bowling a couple times a week in leagues out at Cherry Hill. Nice.
Oh!
Big smile out of Lori.
She should get credit for a strike and a split conversion.
Yes.
But I think she'll take the strike.
She did her job.
Absolutely.
She prepped for the next bowler.
Yep. Next up for 5-Star, Roger Folcom. He's been here before.
Roger Folcom had his first 800 right here in Thunderbolt. Wonder if it was in the arena.
Oh, 4-6-10 split.
Not the easiest conversion to make, but you can make it. We'll see. You probably go from the opposite side of the lane and give it a little speed.
Yeah, maybe have to bounce it out of the back even. Kind of hard to cut, but it's possible.
Oh, wow.
Nice effort by Roger.
Well, he got those for sure, too. That's the important part.
At this point, absolutely. Paul Uticon up for the Cherry Hill Lanes North team. I know Paul a little bit. I golf with a bunch of guys on Sundays during the summer, and he's part of the group.
Oh, so he's a golfer as well in the off-season, eh?
Absolutely. And a third strike there for Cherry Hill Lanes North. So the kind of way that this format goes, you probably remember this from before, is the bowlers bowl 5 frames on one lane, and then we take a little break, take a little commercial break. Something new this year, which we'll tell you about after the break. And then we finish up the match on the opposite lane.
Terrific.
The winner in this match will go into the semifinals. This year we have 8 teams.
Those are going to all be really great matches. All good bowlers, just really strong.
Pat Cusick leaves the 10-pin.
He didn't have much action on that 10-pin side on that ball, although it went right into the pocket really nicely.
You know, I am really proud of Pat for one thing, though. He has a Detroit Tigers cap on this year. In past years, he's had a Cubbies cap, he's had a Red Sox cap, but he's got a Detroit Tigers cap.
You are a Detroit Tigers fan through and through, Mark. I'll give you that.
Absolutely. Not a very good effort at the 10-pin.
Nope, they got a little open frame there. They're going to have some work to do over there at 5-Star's team.
Yeah, Cherry Hill Lanes North here. Jim Kula, proprietor at Cherry Hill Lanes North, is here helping out. In the past, you know, we've had his cousin, Greg Gumtoe, bowl, but this year we got Jim.
Wonder how Jim got off work today. We'll have to ask him about that.
Yeah. And a big strike. Did you see the way he waved for it to hold? That was pretty darn good, pretty impressive.
He was directing the pins pretty well. I think he's been in that position before.
That's right. All right, Jim Grant, manager at one of the managers at 5-Star Lanes, up on the left-hand lane. 5-Star has got a big hole that they're into right now.
Yeah, they've got a couple tough frames in a row here, and Cherry Hills put the stomp on them with the
first 4 strikes. Absolutely.
4-bagger going.
A little bit light, leaves the 2-5.
He's bowling a little deep on that lane. Interesting. It didn't quite get back quick enough to get to the pocket.
You know, I was watching them in practice, and they were all kind of playing that, both down on the practice pair and also in their practices before we started the telecast. And, you know, it was working for them then. Who knows?
Maybe that's what they're mostly familiar with. And looks like he covered this pretty well.
Yeah, nice cover. Nice cover by 5-star.
Well, at least gives them a spare to build on for the next frame going up. And let's see if George can do his job here.
That's right, George Uzik Jr. He's been a champion in our city tournament a few times, all-city performer. Looks like he's the only lefty on our telecast today.
George has got some great accolades. He's an excellent bowler.
And a good solid strike by George. So here we are. We're halfway through the first round first round match. Cherry Hill Lanes North and 5-star teams are going to switch lanes, but Cherry Hill North starting out on fire. 5 strikes in a row. 5-stars run into a little bit of bad luck.
Cherry Hill North made it look pretty easy too.
They did.
Just got
Absolutely
up and nice
did.
and smooth up to the top. And 5-star looks like they're struggling a little bit, but during the break they probably have a little pep talk amongst themselves. And
I certainly hope so. They might even get a shot.
Powerful team, so they could definitely get it back together for the second half of the game for sure.
All right, we'll be back after these commercials when we have the surprise for you right after the commercial here on Bowling Showcase.
(1-800-LAWYERS) is the number to call if you've been injured on the job. That's 1-800-LAWYERS. Don't wait. If you need workers' compensation benefits, call 1-800-LAWYERS. That's 1-800-LAWYERS. Call 1-800-LAWYERS now.
The hug pickup, the home run swing, the drum major high step, the genuine joy, the unforgettable party, the food, the friends, the original social network. No matter who you are, it's always a great time. Grab your family, find a friend, and go bowling.
Okay, so here we're back on Bowling Showcase. We have a nice little change this year at the halftime. We're going to have our sideline reporter, Phil Goodman, interview the team spokesperson from 5-Star Lanes. Phil, take it away.
David, you are now transitioning to the strike lane. What are you going to tell your team to get pumped up? You've had a little bit of a slow start. You're now on this lane. What are you going to say to fire them up, man?
Well, they started. The other team started off really hot, but if we come back and make some good shots, I think that we'll get there in the second half of the game.
Excellent. Sounds like an awesome approach. Let's go back to Mark and Vicky.
Okay, thanks, Phil. That was great to hear this 5-Star team spokesperson, David Rayum. They've got a big hole to dig out of.
They really do. 5 frames, struggling a little bit.
Yep.
Cherry Hill on a 5-bagger. So, but second half of the game could turn it around.
Yep, on the second half of the game here, we have Cherry Hill Lanes North leading off Jim Turk. Jim up on lane 10. A big strike for Jim.
That's a double for Jim, so he's done his job on
It
the
is,
team.
absolutely. You know, in the history of Bowling Showcase Challenge, we have had one Baker 300. I'm trying not to jinx anybody, so I'm going to talk about it early.
Oh, really? What?
You know, it's kind of like the no-hitter thing in baseball, right? That was the Bowl 1 team.
Wow, awesome.
Absolutely. Dave Rayum is up on lane 11, trying to get the team back on track. He started off the game with a strike.
Oh, wow.
Solid 9-pin.
Nice pitch out there for him.
It was. Now, his ball turned up a little bit more than the other ones. You know, the other ones looked like they fluttered a little bit.
Well, it's been 5 frames since they've had a chance to practice on this pair.
True.
So maybe things have changed a little bit out there. And got a pretty good, easy spare here for Dave.
Yep, that's true.
And he covers it.
right, next up for the Cherry Hill Lanes North team, Lori Collier. Again, back in the first frame, what did she do? Like everybody else on the team, she threw a strike.
She sure did. She had a little action out on the pin, so let's see how she adjusts this time. Looks good coming off her hand.
Oh, solid 10 pin. Well, this will be something new for the team.
Well, first spare.
First spare, that's right.
Opens up 5-star to get on a little striking mission if they want to.
Absolutely.
Let's see how she gets this 10-pin covered. She's going cross lane.
She is. Right
Looks
at
great.
it. Good cover by Lori. So if you want to know something, 5-star, Marissa Lipansky up. They're down by 84 pins going into the 7th frame here.
Marissa's been league bowling since she was 5. That's unbelievable. Never had a break in league bowling since she was 5 years old. That's great. Beautiful.
A
Little bit high, little tiny bit high on that lane, but definitely a makeable spare.
Yeah, she's throwing a much different line than her teammates. Her teammates are all left, kind of bringing around the corner, and she's kind of down and in.
They kind of are a little deep on the lane, and she's going right up that 10 or 12, and she's got a nice approach.
She does.
Looks like she's going to cover this just fine.
Absolutely.
She's giving everybody the high five.
That's right. All right, Paul Udicon from Cherry Hill Lanes North up now.
Paul struck on his last ball too, so they're feeling some pressure since they struck the first time up to keep that going. Let's see if we can get them back on track.
Oh, kind of pulled that one.
A little tough there.
Left a 3-6-10. Still got a nice cushion, but,
Never know.
you just never know. That's
Not yet,
right.
anyway.
No. But we're getting to that point. But
Again, he's
just because we're getting to that point doesn't mean they're going to stop.
Exactly. No, he's left a pretty easy spare too, although it depends on how he lines up.
Paul's been bowling for 40 years and covers it easily.
Covers it just easy.
That's right.
Well, 40-year bowler.
Yep. Roger Folkman now up for the 5-star Lanes team. That first time around, he left that dreaded 4-6-10 split. Let's see if he can improve on that right here.
There you go.
The second strike of the day for the 5-star Lanes team. And
Seems almost
solid.
relieved
Yeah.
that he's getting them back on track.
Yeah.
Roger's got 30-plus 300 games. Bowled his first 300 at Plum Hollow.
Yeah. Jim Kula now up on lane 10. He's a 2-4-8.
Looked like he was maybe off a little balance there right at the line that last second there and kept him from getting out of the ball all the way.
Yeah, just a little bit, but relatively easy spare. Just
Yep.
kind of, move a little right on your feet, hit your target.
I think he should be able to cover this pretty easily.
Yeah. And he does. The 9th foundation frame for the 5-star Lanes team, while they technically are out of the match. Cherry Hill Lanes North has already won the match. I'm sure Pat Cusick would love to throw a strike right here.
I think so too. Get them set up for the final frame here. They're still pep talking each other down there in the pit area though.
Yes,
so
they are.
They're not out in their minds.
There's the strike they've been looking for. 5-star Lanes got a possible score of 194. And Cherry Hill Lanes North, 203 in the 8th, spare up in the 9th. They have the match well in hand. George Jusick Jr. now in the 10th frame. Threw a strike back in the 5th frame. As you recall, Cherry Hill Lanes North started off with the first 6.
George has probably been in this clutch spot in the 10th frame many times in his bowling career.
I'm sure he has.
And I'm sure they put him there for a reason. Don't need that clutch today since they've already won the match, but he came through anyway.
Yep. So, is it my imagination, but one team is really having a good time and the other team's pretty dour?
Well, they probably will head to the bar as soon as they get out of those seats.
As a matter of fact, I think they already ordered.
They seem to still be in pretty good spirits and rooting on the Cherry Hill North team.
And leaves a 7-pin, George does.
One great thing about bowling, it's a small family.
It is. It
Big world,
is.
but a small family.
Absolutely. I agree.
Well, he spares that easily.
243 for Cherry Hill Lanes North. Jim Grant coming up in the 10th frame. Jim would love nothing more than to go back to his proprietor, Rick Mosheri, and say, yeah, we started out a little slow, but we closed strong.
Yes.
Again, the teams that are in the Bowling Showcase Challenge, thank you very much to all the proprietors and other groups that have put teams into the Bowling Showcase Challenge over the years. And again, this year, it's very much appreciated.
Mark, it's really hard to put a team together. We have so many great bowlers to choose from at the bowling center, and everyone's our friend, and they all love the show.
Right. Well, Jim, 2-4-10. That's
not going to be easy.
Not going to be easy, but it can be done. Just got to bounce it out of the back.
Or a little slow slide to the 10-pin.
Ooh.
I think he was going for the side swipe there.
The final score of this match, Cherry Hill Lanes North, 243. 5-Star Lanes, 155. Teams are kind of congratulating each other. Vicki, it was almost done before it got started.
It really was. 5-Star Lanes really struggled in those first few frames. It's really hard to get out of that hole, especially a 5-bagger.
Absolutely.
Maybe if Cherry Hill North would have had an open frame in there, it might have been a little more opportunity, but they lined up just right from the start.
Okay, we'll be back right after these messages with an interview of the winning team, Cherry Hill Lanes North, here on Bowling Showcase. The Michigan State USBC provides tournament competition and recognition for men, women, and youth bowlers in Michigan. Tournaments include Open, Women's, and Youth Championships. Also, Junior Masters, Queens, Masters, and Senior Masters. Recognition includes first-time 300 games and 800 series for all members and 607 club memberships for women. Visit MichiganStateUSBC.com for entry blanks and more information on the Michigan State USBC.
The hug pickup, the home run swing, the drum major high step, the genuine joy, the unforgettable party, the food, the friends, the original social network. No matter who you are, it's always a great time. Grab your family, find a friend, and go bowling.
Okay, we're back on Bowling Showcase with the winning team, the first match of the first round, Jim Kula, proprietor of Cherry Hill Lanes North. So what was the key to your team's success today?
Well, we got off to a great start. First 5 frames makes it a little easier for our mistakes in the second half and that, but we stayed clean the whole game, I believe, and shot 243, so I'm very happy with that.
Absolutely. Well, I'll be honest with you. I think I put a little bit of a jinx on you, and it was not by design. You know, like in baseball with a no-hitter, you don't talk about it, right?
Right.
Yep.
So once you had 6 strikes in a row, I kind of jinxed Lori. I apologize. I said, you know, we've only had one Baker 300 game in the history of this event, you know, and here the team started on the first 6. So don't shoot me, okay?
Yeah. I was hoping we'd get to that point, but like I said, we ended up with a clean game. I'm happy with that. So
Everybody threw the ball great the whole game.
Yeah.
Even when you changed lanes and had to get refocused, it was terrific.
Yep, good deal.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations. You're now into the semifinals of the 2022 Bowling Showcase Challenge. You can go back and tell Greg that you won now.
Yep, our second win.
That's right, exactly. Congratulations.
Thanks, Mark. Yep, thank you.
Okay, so again, this match was almost over before it started.
It was. They seem pretty excited, so
They did.
they're in the finals, so that's a good thing.
Well, Vicki, thank you for being with me today.
It was my pleasure. A lot of fun.
Greatly
Thank you.
appreciate it. You know, next week on Bowling Showcase Challenge, what have we got? We've got a Oak Lanes team who's been here before, some of the same players, against a brand new team. And then they're not from a bowling center. They're the Fantastics Bowling Club, and we'll talk about them next week on Bowling Showcase.